this race. Babe Ruth, I'm calling it. Okay, hold on, hope this works. Common sense says that you can't do that. It's insane. We were there. Fuck this camera! Is this the director's cut? You want to be number one. Stay in school. The second that you can take that helmet right and just slip it on over your head, dude, the world just shuts off, man. Like, it's incredible. And all the outside chaos that we have, it literally just goes away. So now you're focused, tunnel vision, all the distractions are out, and then you've got two pedals, steering wheel, and your eyes, man. That's what it is. Honestly, when people say that they want to live the dream, that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm able to take the companies that I formed and created, I've been able to take those and kind of intermingle them with my race teams. And so now what makes it where my work is the racing, and the racing is the work. And it's, for me, I'm pretty fortunate. I'm a pretty lucky guy. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, it's worth every second. The first couple years have always been, I mean, they're always rough with anything, right? But I feel that, like, we legit have a chance this year. And man, like, if we can finish these races, we're going to be there at the end. We show up to Parker, we were running amazing. I mean, I think I was second on the road, catching the leader, and we had every part of the making of winning Parker 425. Like mile 3:10 or something. Had two little brackets on the back to hold the driveline shaft. We're bombing up Osborne Wash, flying up this thing. Well, the brackets broke. And somehow the spare driveline flipped up in the air, and we're doing like 85 miles an hour up this wash, right? So it flips in the air and then lands at an angle like towards inside the truck and goes right through the radiator. It's Parker, and we know that everybody knows that if you want to be part of the championship, you need to finish Parker. We pull in and look out, and driveline's gone, but we can see this massive hole, and it's like, So we fought it and fought it and fought it for, God, probably 2.5 hours. And we were just buttoning it back up, and we were doing the math. We had about another 70 miles left, and it had an hour to get there before the race was done, and we kind of called that one. So that was a rough one. The Mint was worse though for us. After the Parker debacle, we rolled into the Mint. It's like, all right, we have one throwaway race, Parker's throwaway race, so let's just finish the Mint. Let's be good. Qualified 6th. But I hit a cone, so I think we started 16th. Raining and it was wet. Slowly started kind of going downhill. I handed it off, I was going through the infield when we lost the input shaft on the transmission. So we got towed into our pit, changed the transmission, got up going again. I handed the truck off in fifth. It's possible, I think, that we smoked a driveline, and when the driveline popped out, it just hollowed everything out. Busted the transmission mount again, and so now the transmission was hanging down out in the middle of nowhere. Ran out of time. After the minute, we were pretty dejected. So we ended up taking the truck and stripping it down like all the way down to the frame, rewired, replumbed, redid everything. Spent a lot of time. Went to Silver State, and I think it was just that non-confidence feeling. You know, we destroyed the truck twice in a row. It's like, okay, Silver State's not as rough, but we need to finish. Truck, it was just, God, there's so many little quirks and so many things that can just go wrong. We're probably 70 miles in and our throttle pedal sensor went out. Well, we've had this problem before, so you basically have to shut the truck off, cut all power, and then wait for like 5 seconds, turn it back on, fire it up, and then we have throttle again. We ended up taking sixth. I still think we could have been a third or fourth if we weren't held up so much, but it was a finish though, and that was the biggest thing. That was kind of one of those monkey off our back type things. That new truck is just cush, man. I qualified. Qualifying between first and eighth, I think the separation was like 0.7 of a second. Qualified P6. So we had a good starting position. I think there were 49 trucks, 50 trucks, something like that. Like by mile 50 to 75, right around there, we were running solid 4. Mile 300, we were about 15 seconds behind the leader, which he started P1, and so we knew that we had him on time. So we were leading. We knew that we were like on correct time. We were there. We were money. I was still pushing, but caught a tire, which was a bummer. The tire change took like 8 minutes when it's only supposed to take like 4. Driver change, and we put Maverick Gaunt in it. He got a flat and kind of had the same monkey show for a minute. And then he got a rock caught underneath the throttle pedal. The throttle stuck wide open on him. So that took him just a second to kind of figure out. So we finished, we ended up getting 9th. Out of all the shit that happened, 9th perspective isn't bad. So, I mean, we could have been 29th easily. But at the end of the day, dude, I mean, it's a great race. Laughlin's a great race. It's something that, like, our team always looks forward to. When you have 30, 35 trucks on 12 miles, you catch up with each other really fast. The first day, I think I passed like 12 or 13 cars. We had the speed. The speed was there off the line. Just about the end of the first lap, motor starts force cycling. Just I'm like, what the hell? I'm checking the gauges, and then the gauges just spiked. Basically what happened is we have a little pulley that is a belt tensioner. The tensioner loosened up. The belt flips off the pulley, shreds one side of the belt off, it's whipping around, it cuts the water line that's sitting right there. Water all drains on the fucking ground, and then the whole car overheats. So we got it up to like 280, 290 a couple times. We made it back in, but that was it. So you take off the start, and it's like a minefield. There's rock everywhere for like 30 miles.
2 needs a retrieve.
Off the start, when you're amped up and ready to go, you gotta whoa it back just a little bit. So we're gonna whoa back and just make sure we get through that, no flats.
I'll tell you, don't get trapped.
We caught at Alexander, we were on them. We go into fuel, they stabbed it, and we both, me and Ray, were like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then the dude in front said, okay, good, go. So we take off, no fuel. We were there for almost 20 seconds. We realized we could make it to the next pit barely for fuel. Made it probably another 10 or 15 miles and caught a boulder just in the silt and tacoed a drive line. I mean, I don't know, we're probably 6th or 7th now, but I mean, this is our win. This was our win. Like, we had this. There was no doubt. But, oh well. Ah. Oh man, 2019 is gonna be nuts, dude. Like, we've got American Rallycross Series. My boy is running a Star Mazda. I'm running with him in the old guy class in that. We've got all the best in the desert, all the score. I'll throw a couple SST races in there. I'm planning about 42 weekends next year.